Hello and welcome to Sheila Lives Out Loud. My name is Sheila Moniga. I'm super thrilled you found this channel. Thank you so much for being here. Please click subscribe, hit notifications, and don't miss an episode when we upload. And right about now, I am joined by the one, the only Nick Mutuma.
Yay!
Oh, you hear all your fans going.
No, thank you for the warm welcome. I feel nice. Thank you.
So much. We know you from all your acting gigs. You're an incredible actor. You're the new face of African acting. You know, it's just a matter of time. And when you call Lupita and tell her you're ready for yours, huh?
I mean, that's actually like the thing most people always ask me. They always like, "Si wonge na Lupita in the industry."
Something, number, telephone, anybody.
No, things happen in their own time, and I think it's really cool. Like right now, Netflix is coming to Africa. I mean, with all the originals that they're doing, they're about to work on their second original in South Africa. So things are looking good. Things are looking good.
So Nick, this is incredibly wonderful for me. This is the second time I get to interview you, and it, in many ways, is kind of like the reason why I interviewed you many, many years ago. It's all about MTV Shuga, a television show that's aired across Africa, across the globe indeed, on the MTV networks. And it's a show that speaks to African youth. It uses pop culture, it shifts narratives, it creates conversations. We spoke many years ago and we're about to speak in certainly different circumstances now, but I think the need to have this conversation, especially now, is even more crucial. So let's talk about your role in MTV Shuga.
Let's talk about it. I mean, first things first, I'm really excited to be back. I think at this point, Shuga might be the longest running African series. So it's really an honor to be, recasting it about 10 years down the line, which is fantastic. But even more importantly, the issues that this particular season addresses are just very real to each and every one of us because COVID is upon us. And I mean, you know how it is, right?
Mm-hmm. It's hard.
Can't leave the house. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We're alone together.
We are alone together. We are alone together, which is what this season is has been named. And, so we're just really just talking about life as it is now, having to adapt to things as they are, and the different characters have different viewpoints with regard to COVID. There's some people who to this day believe that Black people cannot get COVID.
Yeah.
There's some people who think that because they are young, because they're healthy, that they're immune to COVID. So we're tackling all these things and kind of educating people, but at the same time, in a way that's very non-prescriptive, in a way that's hip, that's young, that will resonate with not just Kenyans, but young people across the continent.
In speaking about Shuga, there's something that's very unique about this latest installment. Tell us about it, Nick.
Oh man, this Shuga is unique in all ways you can imagine. One, I think the amount of time that it took to put it together was like super short. But I think the MTV Staying Alive team did a fantastic job. And secondly, we shot the entire season using our phones. I mean, me here in Kenya, Timini in Lagos, Zamo in South Africa, everybody was kind of shooting it using their phone. So you had to be your own script supervisor. You had to do your own makeup. You had to, hold the phone while you're still trying to stay in character. It was a lot, but I think it was a very unique experience, and I think it brought out a different type of authenticity to our acting, and I think that's definitely why you should watch it. Like, how did they put this together during this time? You know what I mean?
It's incredible what phones are able to do, and year upon year, the technology is even better and better and better. If I was a director, I was a cameraman, maybe I'd be a little worried right now.
Yeah, but you see, even you've sort of had to adapt, and I think that's like really what's beautiful to see out here.
Now tell us a little bit about your character in this installment.
Leo is back, and Leo is I feel like he's just kind of always transitioning. We saw him start in Kenya, then he moved to Lagos, then he went to South Africa to find himself, and now he's finally back home. And what happens? COVID happens. So he's trying to figure himself out while in quarantine, while keeping in touch with his mates in Nigeria and South Africa. Just trying to understand their situation, but at the same time, having been exposed to the virus, sort of being forced into like quarantine, self-isolation. So we're just seeing him like experience all these emotions, and it's intense, man. You guys need to check it out.
I can only imagine, because you just said quarantine, and the first thing that jumped to my mind is KMTC.
Yeah, a little less extreme. I mean, he's self-isolating in the house,
Right.
so which is more comfortable. But I mean, he's alone, so in as much as we have the internet, it can get lonely.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that. That speaks. I mean, there are times I wake up and I feel, oh my gosh, we can't survive this. We're not going to make it. And then there's some days I jump out of bed and I'm like, yes, we got this. This is ending in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and it's still going on. We're all going through. It's just a difficult time for all of us, physically, spiritually, emotionally. And I'm wondering about your situation now, away from Leo's character as Nick. How are you dealing with the times that we find ourselves in?
A day at a time. I'm dealing with it a day at a time. And, if this would have happened a couple of years ago, it might have been a lot harder for me. But, family grounds you.
Yeah.
And I find strength just from looking at my little girl and just kind of knowing that she relies on me. So it's great. It's also just our work situation doesn't really allow us to spend as much time as we'd like to together. That's Bree and I. But I mean, with COVID, we're bonding a lot.
Like, Daddy, I want pancakes, and it's 8 p.m.
Yeah. I mean, right now, she's having a ball. Dua is definitely having a ball. She's eating, sleeping whenever she likes. And we love to see it, man. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time. I think for many people, this time will definitely just kind of make them a lot more self-aware, and also just really cherish the things that are truly important, because there's a lot that we take for granted.
That's true. What's the one thing you are definitely going to get up to when all of this is said and done?
Oh my days. Yani lazima ningie gym, Sheila. Gym lazima tuingie. It's just I just can't do. I'm not those guys who can train in the house, unfortunately.
I'm with you on that one. Totally.
Yeah, so weight gain is insane, but we're enjoying.
It will come up. But it's interesting you say that, because I'm so relating with you on that gym struggle. And I've just realized that my fridge is next to everything. It's next to the shower, it's next to the car, it's next to the door of the house, it's next to the bed, it's next to the office. Next to the phone. I mean, I've never spent so much time inside a fridge in my life.
It's crazy. I mean, I'm even munching right now on some cookies.
No!
It's like 150 calories. This is like an entire meal, It's horrible. But I feel like whatever you need to do to remain sane, if food is making you happy, eat, There's some people who are going to, who are using or seeking like extreme, ways of kind of combating this whole situation, like the drugs, alcohol. I mean, a little booze isn't bad, but like
take it easy a little bit.
Yeah, but like it's for some. I mean, I'm hearing like the cases of violence at home has become like ridiculous. So it's like people kind of just need to take responsibility and be responsible.
Yeah. I think being in very close proximity with people, yes, we are in relationships, we're members of family, but we all go out during the day. We all seek our own paths and then come back in the evening. But when we can't step away from each other and we've got to be each other's eyeballs 24/7, it takes patience.
Definitely.
And it takes a lot
Yeah,
of
you.
understanding.
Yeah, sorry. You kind of rediscover. You rediscover you rediscover your spouse. You rediscover,
Mhm.
like just different relationships that you have with people, because, well, I feel like we sort of categorize ourselves in living in this fast world, when really it's just a choice of, like, you consciously decide not to
Mhm.
prioritize certain things that do deserve priority.
Yeah. Family
Yeah.
first, relationships important. So how are you keeping in touch with the rest of your castmates? Are you keeping an eye on each other at this time?
Yes, definitely. I speak very often with Timini, because we're still working on some projects that we hope to work on post COVID. I think he's the one who I speak to the most. But we have like a WhatsApp group where guys just chat every once in a while. Wishing you good vibes type of messages.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Nick, thank you so very much for making the time to chat with me. I wish you all the very best. Thank you for the great, amazing work that you do. Here's your moment to send a shout out to your fans before I wrap up.
Yeah, I'd just like to send a shout out to my fans, my friends, anybody who would be watching this. Um, I think that it's just really important for us to just remember that we will overcome this. I think humanity has managed to overcome so many things. So, the person that you become out of this situation, I think, is what really matters the most. So, work on yourself. I mean, if you can't work out like me, you can read. I'm doing a lot of that. Pray. It's really important. And just keep your loved ones close, guys. Much love.
Fantastic. Very well said. Thank you again. MTV Shuga is now airing. Please catch up with the latest installment of this incredible series. It's airing across Africa, across the globe. Nick Mutuma is one of our own homebred stars who's going to be making features. He's part of everything, basically. So check it out and enjoy. He's active on social media, so give him a follow, find out what he's up to, find out more about his character and projects that are loading. So, as always, thank you for watching this episode. Please click subscribe, hit notifications if you haven't already. Drop a comment below and share this video. In everything that you do, please stay safe, and let's catch up again in the next episode. Live out loud, and thanks, Nick. Bye.
Thank you.